Hey, so can I talk about Roosterteeth shutting down at least one more time? I did a video. I did a video last week, and I did a video a couple weeks ago about the shutdown. But like the website officially shut down last night, and well, I feel like I want to get some thoughts out there. And this is honestly like I'm in the process of getting a new therapist, but this is these vlog thingies, this video series that I'm trying to start and get off the ground here. Of can I talk about this? Is also like my way of just venting and getting my thoughts out. Anywho, and actually on this episode of Can I Talk About This, I want to talk about three things. I want to talk about the Rooster Teeth website shutting down. I know I've talked about it before. I'm going to try and keep it short. I just want to talk about the events that happened last night. Today is May 16th, Thursday, May 16th. The website shut down at midnight Central Time, which I think is like 10:30 for or 10 o'clock for me. Yeah, it was like 10 o'clock. It shut down midnight Central Time on Wednesday. It was 11:59. And I got the website here because this. If you go to the Rooster Teeth website now, this is what you see. And I'm going to go ahead and read this, but I'm not going to play this video. You guys can watch this video yourself. I don't want to play other people's videos. 21 years. It seems like only yesterday that we began the journey of wondering why we're here. Only yesterday that Red vs. Blue became the foundation of our company and changed the internet forever. Only yesterday that we were just getting started. But now, after all this time, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for spending the last 2 decades with us. Thank you for supporting us, for believing in us, for allowing us to experiment and to achieve our wildest dreams, and for helping us create lifelong memories. But most of all, thank you for allowing us to do what we love with the people we love. While this is the end of Rooster Teeth, we hope it's the beginning of the next generation of online entertainment and creators. We hope more than anything that we've inspired you, and someday you'll beat our 21-year run with your own Rooster Teeth. Hopefully you can come up with a better name, though. Thank you for one hell of a ride. We'll always remember yesterday. And I kind of like this page because like if you hover over the Spartan, it changes to blue. It's red versus blue. Red versus blue. Get it. I'm crying over here. So last night I raced home. I got home from work and I put on. I went to the website, went to the Rooster Teeth website, and I'm like, oh, I've got like 2 minutes because I have my time zones wrong. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to watch. I don't know. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing red versus blue shirt. This is one of the shirts I got at RTX. I actually don't like this one. I think I should have gotten an extra large. I think I only got a large. So the sleeves are a little short and it's a little tight around the neck, but it's the right length in the torso. Anyways, moving on. And this is one of the newer designs. So it says roosterteeth.com on the back of it. The other 2 Rooster Teeth shirts that I've been wearing, I have a couple of them. I have the Ask Me About My Zombie Planet, and I have another Caboose shirt, which I'm going to talk about. I want to do a video about t-shirts and stuff because I have a funny, like, tangent thought about them. And that's all going to be, like, the third part of this video. T-shirt video will be later, and, you know, whatever. But anywho, so I race home, sit down, I'm like, what do I do? So I went over and I really wish I had it. Oh, and I do have it. I have this tab still open from last night. So I went over to where it says live right here, and it took me to RT Live, which is basically a stream. I'm really careful to click on anything right now. A stream of just Rooster Teeth content. So, God, that was the last. How far back can I scroll? Fucking chills, because I'm not counting this video, but like,
whoa, guys.
It won't let me go back more than a few minutes, but this was the last thing that played. The last official thing that played was the 21 years of Rooster Teeth video that ended with a clip of Jeff and Gus recording the first lines of Red vs. Blue. But yeah, I went to RT Live, and it was kind of a surreal feeling because like RT Live was just chugging along as if nothing was going to happen. Like, if you're not familiar with what the RT or RTTV, that's what the link is, the tab. If you're not familiar with what RTTV was, it was basically like turning on your TV to Cartoon Network and just seeing like an episode of, you know, Edda and Eddie, followed by Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, followed by Kids Next Door, like all those TV shows. That's what RTTV was. It was basically a TV channel that just played Rooster Teeth content. And it was great because sometimes you would see, you know, some edited live streams or other videos. Sometimes they just put up a full season of Red versus Blue or full season of Ruby. And it was great. And I admit I didn't put it on nearly as much as I wished I had, but I would put it on from time to time in the background as just something to watch. If there was nothing else, like if I went to Rooster Teeth and said, what do I want to watch today on Rooster Teeth? I don't know what I want to watch. I'll just hit RTTV. That's also where they did the live streams. If you watch the podcast, that's where they would be put on. So I got into there and chat is going. It was great. It was fun. I finally decided to join the Rooster Teeth Discord. I never really wanted to join it because I knew it was going to be a clusterfuck. It is just, since the last time I looked at it, like half the channels have like 70 new messages. I'm just scrolling through some of the messages now, and it's like, scrolling through some of the messages, and it's just, damn. Anywho. And it was great. But it kept playing like it was just normal. Like nothing was, like the website wasn't shutting down in, 45 minutes. And then closer to the end of the website, with about a half hour left, they started playing the 6-hour long live stream that they did, the final live stream. And I was like, everyone was like, oh, is this how they're going to send it out? They're just going to let this go for 6 hours? Is this how it's going to end? And then with about 2 minutes left, they ended up playing the thank you for 21 years of Rooster Teeth video. And it ends with Jeff and Gus and it'll only let me scroll back to right about there. And then this played. Right? This comes up and it goes,
Whoa, guys, did you see
just like
that?
this.
It makes my face look so old.
Oh wow, have you seen mine? I also look old.
Guys, I'm a hot girl and even I look wretched as an old person.
And it stopped there. At this point, chat was going so fast, it wasn't updating, it was blocks of text. It was like it was stuttering. And now it's stuck at connecting. And then like this kept updating. It showed 10 little roosters starting at 8 o'clock this morning, at least for me. And it showed like a bunch of other shows, and it kept ticking over. And I know that's just something that is cached and saved to my computer, so it's just auto updating, but like it was kind of nice. It was kind of nice to have it there, to be ever so slightly blissfully optimistic, no matter how wrong I am, that maybe it would come back. Half of these links, if you click on them, just take you to there. However, I wonder what happens when I click on Twitter. Twitter Rooster Teeth still shows up, but like, God, this I want to talk about this because I love this. I love this character that they made. These two characters that they made for RTX, and I've only found the bat. I forget his name. Maybe in a future video I'll talk about RTX again. But like, if you go to business and support, both of those still work. It's weird. Like, let's click on business. Business still loads. And like, all of these tabs still work. Like, podcast network comes up. Although the Roost, this is all that's on the Roost. You can request the Roost, and that's it. So I don't know what's going on with this. But I know, like, during the one live stream that they did when they announced the shutdown, I was at work and I was listening to it while it was live, and I was getting really choked up. And unfortunately, I missed the 6-hour live stream, the Why We Are Here stream, and I still haven't watched it. On one of my days off, I'm going to put it on and just sit and watch it. It'll probably take me a couple days to get through because I'll watch like it for an hour or two and then pause it. But I definitely want to watch it, and I'll probably do it this weekend. But I couldn't watch it was live because I was at work, and I didn't want to be choking up at work, especially since I work on a live show. I didn't want to have my earpiece for the live show in and a podcast or live stream earpiece in and being really discombobulated because I have earpiece talking to me, I'm listening to audio cues from the sound system, and I'm trying to listen to this, and I'm trying to listen to the person talking next to me. It would have been overwhelming. But yeah, that ended, and everything kind of stopped, and I just went. I got really choked up, and during the 2-minute video that they played of the thank you video, I was crying. I'm not gonna lie. I've been holding back every time I talk about Roosterteeth. In the last couple times I've talked about it, I've been holding back and being choked up. But like, there were definitely tears down my tears streaking down my face. There we go. I'm still a little discombobulated from it. So, I don't want to go too long on this because it's something part of it is I'm also like, I have to leave for work in about 15 minutes. So I'm probably, there's no reason to keep this up, but like I can still click here and I can view my profile and I can see notifications and I can hit this button. What is this button for? Women's History Month. I can make it rain little Rooster Teeth logos. And if you're curious what my profile picture on here was, it's the same picture I've used in a lot of places. It's just this picture of me and my partner at our favorite bar. Yeah, so I do feel like I still want to talk about Rooster Teeth shutting down because I'm still upset about it, and it's gonna take time to kind of process and kind of overcome. It's a period of grieving, right? I said it before. It feels like a friend has passed away. It does. A pillar of my life, that brought me up and helped me in hard times is gone, and I'm sad about it. And there's nothing I can do about it other than move on. And I said it in my last video, and I have done it. I've been keeping up on it. I have gone to Instagram and Twitch and started following some of the content creators that I like on there. Once my financial situation is a little more stabilized, it's kind of all wonky right now because I took a bunch of time off last month and this month, and I have an apartment that's expensive. Once that's more stabilized, I will start throwing some money at some of the Patreons for like some of the podcasts that I enjoy, and I will probably get into new podcasts. Like I've never really listened to a D&D podcast. I think I'll jump into the Stinky Dragon podcast. After all, when I went to RTX, I bought a set of Stinky Dragon dice that I use when I play D&D. They actually are sitting on my dining room, or my coffee table. Like I have a nice little display of like cool things. I've got my Rooster Teeth dice. I've got a piece of robot from NHRL, and then on the bottom shelf I've got like a couple books. I've got my $1 million butt. Like it's awesome. But yeah, I will continue to support them, especially when they start coming back, and hopefully by the time my financial situation is stabilized, I think that's when Stinky Dragon will be starting back up. So yeah, I'll definitely be supporting them in any way that I can. If I can't do it financially, then I'll go to their Twitch channels or their YouTube channels and watch their content just so that way they get views. Because I love the Rooster Teeth brand, it's going to be hard. And I love the content creators. It's going to be hard to separate them from the Rooster Teeth brand. When I think of Gus, I think Rooster Teeth. When I think Rooster Teeth, I think Gavin and Bernie and Jeff and Barbara and all of them. And so to see them outside of that is going to be weird, and it's going to take me a little time, and it probably will take, the other fans time to also separate that. The other thing I want to talk about, and this does tie into me complaining about Rooster Teeth, is I feel like you can only complain about something so many times before you're just beating a dead horse. Or not even that, before you're annoying people. Like, when my ex went to prison, I was really upset about it, and I would talk about it as much as I could because I was just upset about it, and I wanted to vent to people. And it eventually became like every time I would start to talk about it, I could almost hear people just go, "Oh, he's talking about that again." And that kind of made me stop like complaining about stuff. Like, I'm upset. I'm emotionally invested in this company, and I'm upset that it shut down. And I want to keep talking about how I'm upset about it as part of the grieving process, as part of the moving on process. Because I got to process. I have to digest my thoughts and feelings about this. And the best way to do that is by talking about it. But as soon as I start talking about it, eyes roll and people don't want to hear about it anymore. And so I bottle it up until eventually I just kind of like repress it all down and I don't think about it anymore. And that's not healthy, and I want to keep talking about the stuff that upsets me. And I feel bad when it's been like 2-3 weeks and I'm still upset about something because I haven't moved on. It's like, no, it's just me. This is my autistic brain processing and trying to let go of the thing. So in my vlog series that I'm starting here, or my video podcast, whatever the hell you want to call this series, I'm going to try not to get hung up on things. And I'm going to, moving forward, probably not talk about the Rooster Teeth shutdown as much. It might come up, like when I do the t-shirt episode, it'll probably come up. And I might mention it in passing during my Twitch streams. And if I do, just kind of roll with it. Just kind of humor me, I guess. I don't know. That's the other thing that I want to talk about. That's the second thing I want to talk about. The third thing I want to talk about is this right here. This right here. We hope that this line on the thank you page. We hope more than anything that we've inspired you and to someday see you beat our 21... Oh, wait, no. While this is the end of Rooster Teeth, we hope it's the beginning of the next generation of online entertainment and creators. We hope more than anything that we've inspired you and to someday see you beat our 21-year run with your own Rooster Teeth, right? This line right here. I said this in my last video when I was talking about Rooster Teeth, that it was like the tiny infinitesimal little dream that eventually I would become some sort of content creator. Maybe I would go to film school and become a camera operator and get a job working at Rooster Teeth. I knew it was something that would never happen. It's a 1 in a million chance that it would ever happen that I would get to work at Rooster Teeth. But because it was a 1 in a million chance, it was something that I always kind of humored, And that was part of finding out the website was shutting down, is that dream, that 1 in a million chance, is now a 0% chance of ever happening because the company is shut down. Unless Trowoski has something to say about it. A little sidebar here. I may have had the idea of pitching to my boss of buying Rooster Teeth and putting his TV show on their network so that way he could at least have full creative control over it. He's a billionaire. He could do it, but it never came. And I know he's super stingy with his money, and he wouldn't do it. Anywho. So yeah, like I've in the past done vlogs and stuff. And I've been getting back into live streaming, and my work schedule is a lot of things are starting to line up where I could potentially become a small-time online internet content creator. I have my own apartment, so I don't have to worry about other people walking behind me. I don't have to worry about a bunch of background noise or me talking and streaming and being loud and disrupting my roommates. I my work schedule is going to probably in the next couple of weeks be changing to Monday through Friday, so I could stream in the evenings, 2-3 nights a week. And, I have most of the tools here at my disposal. I have OBS, and I have a microphone, and I have a webcam, and sitting in my hallway, I have a DLSR that I can plug into this. And maybe I can make enough content that I can start scraping together a couple bucks so that I can buy a decent camera recorder. I have some ideas for doing D&D podcast, or doing my own, I wouldn't do D&D. D&D I think is overdone. I have an idea that I've pitched to a couple of friends, and I want to potentially see if I can get off the ground. I don't know how I would do it with what I have, but I have an idea for reviving an old show that I used to be part of, at least the concept of an old show I used to be part of. And maybe that takes off, maybe it doesn't. So I have ideas for making my own content creation, but what I'm trying to say is, or I have ideas for making my own content. What I'm trying to say is, I'm going to, in my own way, pursue becoming an internet content creator. And then it's not saying that I'm going to go tell my boss tomorrow I'm quitting my job and I'm going to go full-time YouTube. No. I'm going to just do it as a side project. I'm going to try to keep up to date with this video series, which this video series is titled, Can I Talk About This? It is 100% inspired by the entire concept of Jeff's podcast, So All Right, where I'm going to pick a topic that I like, and I'm going to talk about it for 20, 30 minutes on video. And I'm going to maybe have visual aids like this, or maybe it's just me in front of the green screen, or maybe it's me sitting on my couch drinking a beer. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to strive to continue doing the So Can I Talk About This video series that I have sort of started. And it'll probably be a weekly thing. And once my work schedule changes, I'm going to come up with a streaming schedule, which I'll have a link to my Twitch channel below. Where I'm going to start streaming games. I'm going to try and branch out and stream some games that are out of my comfort zone. I really like playing simulators. Truck sim, flight sim, space sim, train sim. But I don't feel like those I don't feel like those are fun games. You can't really make good, silly jokes and content in those games. So maybe I look and, I try and do a Let's Play style thing where I just pick up a game and just have fun with it. I hear my phone going off, but my phone's sitting right here. I think it's my neighbor's phone. Yeah, I'm going to try and pursue doing that. And maybe I do it for a year and it takes off and it's great. Maybe I do it for a year and it goes nowhere. I don't know. Maybe I do it for a year and I get to a position where maybe I get other people involved and maybe it becomes something. I don't know. At any rate, if I do, as I pursue this, I'm going to just keep it small. I'm just going to get me and some of my friends together and do some stuff. But I'm hoping that once my work schedule changes, I can have a stable release for this video series, and I can do some more live streaming. And yeah, I can keep making stuff. I'm gonna end this now. I know this one ran a little long. I'm gonna try and keep the video series, So Can I Talk About This, to a 20-25 minute video. But yeah, so I want to thank you guys for watching and sticking with me through all this stuff. I want to once again thank Roosterteeth for just existing as long as it did, for being an inspiration. To 21 years of Roosterteeth, and to how many ever years of whatever the hell content I'm making. I'm Kaz, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.